Oh boy, this is gonna be great. Hello everybody, my name is Mark, and today we are playing the entire trilogy of Corruptbox. This mod I originally found because of Versal, and I was like, hey, I haven't actually played this mod, so I mean, like, why not? So, yeah, here we are. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking, subscribing, and turning on notifications, because if you do so, you can be notified whenever I upload videos, and you can also comment down below if you have any more Incredibox mods that I should do. Because yeah, they're fun. Anyway, with all that being said, let's begin. What does that say? Warning: this mod is dark and spooky, and you don't like how spooky it is. Instead of reporting, just click off the project and move on your day. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Cool. Let's get this started. That is loud. Ow. All right. I hope we made it more bearable, because holy jeez, that's loud. Let's keep going. Heck? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this is a repost. Okay. This is loud. Hold on. Holy cow, jeez, this is... Alright, I've gone to a new mod and yeah, I've turned down my volume. So yeah, let's go with this one. Pretty nice. Whoa. Something alright. You have a shotgun. I think. It's something, I don't know. All beats together! This is very loud on my ears! Alright, we got now we got lore, because of course. Kevin Pudger, the first host, age 34, gender male, corrupted, yes, dead, yes. While Patrick Arvid was working, he happened to find he happened to have knocked over a test tube filled with an unknown black liquid chemical. Though it was no issue at first, he sent the facility's janitor Kevin Pudger to go clean it up. Kevin tried to clean it up, but Kevin slipped and landed face first on the black liquid. This caused him to grow all twitchy and made weird, loud sounds with his mouth, which attracted Patrick's attention. He went over to see what was going on and found Kevin rubbing his eyes a little too hard. Suddenly, the top of Kevin's head burst over, splatting some brain matter a bit before he looked at Patrick. Seeing the unsettling smile, Patrick was unsure what to do, so he panicked and tried to get his staff to help, but further research says Kevin was kept in a containment cell. 3 years later, he was found outside the cell getting all aggressive. He ended up being shot in the torso with a shotgun and being left to bleed out to death. Great. George Raisin, I think. Age 27, gender male, corrupted, yes, dead, yes. One of the staff members that helped contain Kevin Pudger was when he was corrupted. Unfortunately, some of the corrupted liquid touched George's skin while doing so, and he started shaking. With a fellow staff member asking if he was alright, his face suddenly split in four, creating a new pulsating mouth beneath the split face. It caused an outbreak. His corrupted form ended up corrupting 3 workers as well as devouring one of him to death with said pulsating mouth. The staff was unable to contain him, so they just gunned him down instead. Of course, killing him was just killing one rat in an infestation. Yep, we got more goopy corruption stuff. Neaster, age 24. Isn't he 22? Gender male, corrupted, no. Dead, no. Even before the corrupted outbreak, there were problems, as Patrick was desperately kidnapping people for them to volunteer for his experiments. One of them was Neaster, who was knocked cold and dragged out of home, leaving Lilac and the kids home worried. Neaster later woke up in the middle of a hall and looked around. This place seemed empty at first. He saw someone covered in a black liquid trying to consume someone. So he ran away. Neaster ran to a supply closet and found a shotgun to fend himself out with. Just a good old pump action the staff once used. He picks that up and walks out of the supply closet to fend off the corrupted before running away. After a long week of surviving some intense fights, even killing Patrick himself, he finally managed to escape the police. The place. This is why I can't read. A major step closer to making it back home. Now all he has to do is find out where the hell he is. Cool. Beat 4. Jared Palmer. Age 28. Corrupted male. No. Gender male. Corrupted no. Dead no. He's known as a major slacker in the facility. He is also always tired each morning and sometimes doesn't even bother trying to stay awake. Nobody even knows he quit his job at the time 2 weeks before the corrupted fluid became a problem. Okay. Avery Peril, I think. Age 27, gender non-binary. Corrupted yes, dead yes. As one of the staff members that George Raisin attacked while corrupted. At first, he seemed just fine until Avery started losing hair and melting eye problem. And a melty eye problem. Suddenly, the right eye popped out of their torso, and their torso split open, forming a second mouth that was corrupted. The corrupted being uses to be just as aggressive as George was when corrupted. Then began going after staff as well, but luckily didn't cause too much harm before being shot to death as well. Cool. Oh, haven't seen them yet, because those are the effects. So let's get to... What's this? Oh, okay. Let's go to the effects. These are seriously loud, but they actually do sound really good. Oh, this guy is just straight up hanged. Hopefully YouTube will be fine with this. Sorry. If so, sorry about that. Yeah, just don't do this, kids. Just seriously don't. Like, seriously, why are you even bothering watching this? You're not supposed to. Get off of the channel, kids! Okay, I'm sorry, I'm done. I'm just done. Yeah, just don't do that. Anyway. Yeah, that seems normal. I mean, I mentioned before that this channel is not a kids channel anyway. Wait, like, if it wasn't obvious. Let's put all the effects together. Yeah, that sounds normal. I already said that, but yeah. Jeremy Hoy, age 31, gender male, corrupted, yes, dead, yes. Yes, am I recording? Yes, okay. Hey, Jimmy got corrupted later on when people thought the corruption problem was at the very least humbled. Nobody bothered to clean the corrupted ooze, which caused Jimmy Hoy to unknowingly slip on the corrupted liquid. He got corrupted and began spreading it even further since the facility. He kind of just forgot about it, making it a bigger deal. Later on, Neaster encountered him and shot him in the head with his shotgun. That isn't the end of him. The only difference is the top half of his head was removed, making a pulsating bubble, so Neaster had to unload an entire mag until the corrupted fellow finally into the corrupted fellow to finally kill him. Okay, cool. Sally, dang it. Sally Rev, I'll call you that. Age 29, gender female, corrupted yes, dead no. Another victim of George Raisin's corrupted attack. George bit off her face and she began drooling the corrupted liquid. Staff in hazmat suits had to put her in a cell. Luckily, she wasn't too aggressive when it corrupted. She was just stumbling around and drooling the liquid. Neaster finds her sitting in the containment cell. Since she isn't able to attack him, he just left her alone. Cool. Yeah, that guy is just dead. Hopefully I'm able to show this. But this is not channel made for kids, so I mean, I'm sorry about that. David Shuron, age 44, gender male, corrupted no, dead yes. Yes, Dave was an ex-Ferrotech employee who quit and decided to work at Patrick's facility instead, thanks to higher pay, and he gets to see less disturbing things happen to people. Now he isn't working with ferrofluid anymore. He was hired 2 years before the corrupted fluid was a thing. When he first saw people getting corrupted from the spill, he began getting PTSD from Ferrotech, and he ran away from the scene. 2 weeks later, he was found dead via hanging himself. He take the corruption he saw happening because it reminded him of ferrofluid. Yeah, you're not wrong. Kenneth I think. Age 45, gender male, corrupted, yes, dead, yes. One of the workers, George, raised and intact while corrupted. The moment Kenneth got corrupted, he tried to snap his own neck so that the corruption wouldn't take effect, but it was too late. His neck snapped back into position before he snapped it again just to look at all the staff behind him. I can't speak 'cause I suck. He then snapped it back forward and ran away. Neaster encounters him later and blows his brains out with a shotgun. Okay, Gabe Thrilled, age 9. Get the kids out! Gender male, corrupted, no, dead, yes. Gabe Thrilled was a very gullible kid. He was proven to be even more gullible after his mom went to prison. Now he's in the hands of Patrick Evans, who said he was going to take care of him. At the time, before Patrick was desperate, he asked if anyone would like to volunteer for one important experiment. He tried to find a way to communicate through the afterlife. Gabe wanted to volunteer, simply amusing. He is just going on a fun little adventure. Doing this to a kid is messed up, 100%. But in Patrick's eyes, a volunteer is a volunteer nonetheless. This guy just sucks. So he accepted the kid as a volunteer. That is stupid. 2 years later, Patrick strapped Caleb to a board and told him to be ready, promising something special if this works. Patrick then attached a radio to his chest and turned it on. Patrick then grabs a gun and shoots Caleb in the head. Patrick then sends his employees to try to talk to him in the afterlife, though the radio, all they hear is just static. This isn't working. No, god dang, of course it isn't working. And we haven't seen you yet. Alright, time for melodies. It's going to be loud. Oh, no. Yeah, this is great. Why? Why are all these so loud? Was he just not paying attention to the music? Well, the music box sounds good at least. Alright, time to put all the melodies together. I already regret the decision. Oh, no. Why? Alright, note to self, never do that again. Todd Arch, age 54, corrupted male, corrupted, no, dead, yes. Gender male, sorry, I said that wrong. Patrick was starting to get desperate to profit off learning how it is to be dead, so he decided to try reviving someone to ask them how it is. He would use ferrofluid to try it, but ferrofluid is expensive and confusing to work with, so he wanted to choose a different method. He tried using electricity instead. He grabs a broken antenna, wraps it in a copper wire, and takes the corpse of a past dead worker, Todd Arch, who slipped and snapped his neck from falling down the stairs. He took the antenna and stabbed it through his head to electrocute and try to revive the man. It worked for a small while until he just fell over and died again. So Patrick desperately electrocuted again and went overboard. His eyes began popping out as his shirt was slowly ripping up from all the heat. Eventually, Todd's corpse was burned to a crisp. Patrick's only response, was, worth a shot. Jeez. Name P342. Age, model used for 3 years ago. Gender, corrupted, no, dead, no. Because, I mean, yeah. After the radio that on Caleb didn't work, the team then replaced the radio with this thing. What was meant to be a comms device has been sitting in the closet for a year, being all dusty. With no better ideas, staff hooked this up to the radio. There's good news and bad news. Good news, it's not playing static anymore. The bad news is it's just playing rapid, incoherent beeps. Yeah, okay. Al Kurtol, I think. Age 36, gender male, corrupted, yes, dead, yes. During a massive outbreak on corruption, he tried to hide in the freezer to avoid being corrupted. Unfortunately, this was a mistake as he was on the verge of dying from hypothermia since it was a freezer he was hiding in. So he climbed out of the freezer. He happened to have walked out the freezer in front of 3 people who were corrupted and ended up corrupting himself. Later on, he tried to attack Neester from behind, but his footsteps were heard, so Neester turned and shot him. Cool. Anthony Darrell, I think. Age 56, gender male, corrupted yes, dead yes. He used to be Patrick Art's right-hand man. Since 6 years before the corruption outbreak, he's been with him through hell and back. But one day, that kind of changed. 2 weeks after the corruption started, at the time Patrick became a control freak. I can't talk. Anthony began questioning Patrick for his actions and is slowly getting concerned of his behavior. Patrick keeps trying to talk him down, but the moment Anthony mentions he's starting to feel uncomfortable around him, that kind of set off Patrick and his ego. Of course it did. 3 days later, Patrick smashed an old TV against Anthony's head and pushed him into the corrupted liquid, leaving him after doing so. Later on, corrupted Anthony finds Patrick and goes to attack him, only to get shot through the head with Patrick's revolver. Melody 5, Timmy Girdle, age 10, another kid, because of course there is. Gender male, corrupted no, dead no, good. Neester, while on his journey to fight for his way out of the place, discovers Timmy, a kid in pajamas, hiding in the cabinet with a music box. He uses to try to calm himself down when no corrupted is around. Because Timmy isn't corrupted or an arrogant prick, Neester decides is prick a bad word? I don't know. I don't really care that much. Neester decides to help the child to keep him by his side. Later on, Neester finds an air duct leading outside. It's too small for Neester, but Timmy is able to crawl through it, and so after one last goodbye, Timmy crawls through, making it outside and runs away. Neesker, Muska, Mickey. Okay, Neester can only hope that the kid made it to safety. Cool. Time to go for you. Random letters. Nice. What the heck? Ow. Oh, this is weird. I'll try and make it sound a little better. This does not help. Matthew Gritz, age 40, gender male, corrupted yes, dead no. After what happened to Kevin Pudger, I think, suit model H233FZZ77 was the exact hazmat suit model staff have been using when they dealing with someone that was corrupted. For the most part, it works, but there has been one unfortunate instance. When security staff Matthew Gritz went to go and put on a hazmat suit on to deal with George Raisin, he failed to notice a drop of fluid inside the suit. It seeped onto his skin and made him start twitching. Other staff members looked at him concerning. Matthew Gritz wasn't one to joke around, so they know full well that this isn't a prank. He then started coughing up blood and corrupted liquid, being visible in his visor. Before his mind got fully corrupted, he let out these final conscious words. It's too late for me, put me in a cell. The other staff that was still in the room complied and threw him in a cell as the corruption hits. He now just sits in the containment cell, twitching violently and sprouting random noises. Peter, unknown. Gender 37. Age 37. Gender male. Corrupted, unsure, dead, unsure. Patrick Advice will not be forgiven. I think that's kind of obvious, bud. Alex Narks, I guess. Age 32, gender male, corrupted, no. Dead, no. This doofus was found trying to break into the facility, so he tranquilized him, taped him to his mouth shut, and taped his wrist to a chair. We were, we were gonna interrogate him about his actions later, but one small issue. We kind of forgot about him, and now he's been sitting there for 6 weeks, on the verge of starvation. Oh well. Oh well. Samantha Thrill. Oh, wait, are you related to Peter Thrill? Wait, hold on. Not you. We got too far. Yeah, they are related. Oh, this is... Is this the mother? I'm guessing so. Age 46, gender female. Male corrupted, no. Dead, no. Oh, she was the mother of a single child who usually had to do all the parenting herself because her husband was mostly forced away. Working long hours. One day, he was framed of murder. She was framed of murder as someone smeared fake blood all over her house's interior with her and her son when her and her son were away, leading the FBI to have take her away to prison for life, leaving her son trusted with someone else. While she was taken away, she saw someone in the blue suit staring menacingly at her. She now faces life in prison for a crime she didn't commit. She just hopes her son is alright. It's sad. Hopefully it's fine. Peter, alright, here's the man that nobody likes. 83. You should have been gone a while ago. Gender male, corrupted, no. Dead, yes. Good. The man that started it all, Patrick Arvice, was never a good man. From kidnapping test subjects to try and kill them, to causing the whole corruption outbreak, and even seeing it as an opportunity to God complex. His greed is all he cares about. He only wanted to profit, and he began getting desperate with his experiments, wanting to speak to the dead only because of the attention and profit he would get because of it. Several weeks after the corruption began, he finally gets what he deserves when encountering Neaster out of where he kidnapped him. They had a gunfight back and forth that takes long, despite Patrick beginning to bring a revolver and Neaster bringing a shotgun. But eventually, Patrick's gun cylinders run out of bullets, and Neaster gets the upper hand because of that. Patrick gets smacked to the floor and looks down the barrel of the shotgun. Neaster has with his last breath, he says, "See you in the unknown," before getting his brain blown out. Good riddance. Great. So, let's just do these, I guess. No. Is there something right here or something? Oh, it's right here. Let's just do all these. Alright, we got a QR code. So, I guess you can scan this. Alright. I think that's good enough. Alright, time to do this. Stop with the music. Okay, you can scan this as well. Okay. Alright, this was version 1 of Corruptbox. I mean, the music wasn't bad, the animations are good, visuals are nice, the lore is gruesome, to say the least, but the music is just so loud. This recording alone is blasting my ears, and it's only the first version. It's fine, hopefully it'll get better. Just at least I hope. Let's go to Corruptbox 2, which was called Redirection. Alright, Corruptbox 2, Redirection. Great. The only redirection I hope is that they would turn down the music! Anyway, with all that wait. I pressed the wrong button. Okay, anyway. Wait, let's get this started. Something. Music's still incredibly loud. It's fine. I turned it down for you guys. Ow. I mean, it's fine. Why? What's the point of making this so loud? I mean, yeah, all the beats sound fine, but they're just loud. If they would just, like, turn down the music for the thing, then yeah, it would be great. Alright, time to read the stuff. Seth Fave, age 44, gender male, species human, status dead, while corrupted. Much like Kenneth McCallow, I think. He tried to kill himself to avoid being corrupted, except instead of snapping his neck, he tried to jump off a flight of stairs. As his head did split in half, the corruption had already taken him, so he's just got up with two halves of his head and stumbled around. He had later been found by staff and was gunned down. Okay. John Septon, age 52, gender male, species human, status dead. As we were trying to get the portal working, he had noticed a big problem. There is not much we can use as a power source. We had no batteries of anything similar even after 6 weeks of searching. So later, Joe decided to sacrifice his own life and use himself as a power source. He grabbed both wires by the exposing copper points and electrocuted himself to death. He wanted his body to be used as a battery for the machine that powers the portal. His sacrifice will not be forgotten. Cool. Christian, I guess. Age 16. Why are you working here? Gender male, species human, status alive. A corrupted drop touched his arm, and we saw it started to absorb itself onto his skin. We immediately grabbed a saw and chopped his arm off to avoid being corrupted. As much as it hurts, it was for the best. Dane Levin, I think. Age 29, gender male, species human, status alive. After Patrick died, the facility needed a new leader. Dane was chosen of this power because he was the most sane of them all. Despite what people thought of his portal plan, eventually people came around to the idea and it worked. As their new leader, Dane went in first with some followers to try and seek help through another dimension. He found out what is called alkaloids. This is where the alkaloids come from in Easterversal when I saw it. The alkaloids, I guess. I'm just going to call them alkaloid. It's probably not exactly what you're supposed to say it, but do you really think I know how to say this word? Like, I can barely make sentences to begin with. Okay, alkaloid or whatever, which are dimensions equivalent of humans. Beat 5. Lyle Harvin, age 40, gender male, status human, species human, status alive while corrupted. After being corrupted, instead of locking him in a cell, people decided to strap him on a board and try to experiment on him to see what could cure the people corrupted without just killing them. Unfortunately, they found no cure. Some methods that were tested just made the corruption fluid dissolve the side of his face even faster. Not to mention, this one was always struggling, making it difficult to test anything. We haven't seen you, but yeah. Let's get this started. Yep. This is supposed to be an effect. This sounds sort of like a beat. Yep. Kid friendly, am I right? Oh, jeez. You are not doing so well, I can tell you that. Well, this guy's just dead. Wait, hold on, what is your sound? I can't even hear you. Okay. I mean, it's not that bad. King Ecula, I think. Age 56. Gender male. Species alkaloid, I think. Ocaloid. I think it's called Ocaloid or Ocaloid. I don't know. I'm just going to call it Ocaloid because it's a lot more similar. Or status alive. The royal king of the Ocaloids, a species that humans discovered as they traveled to their home dimension. They're used to having trans-dimensional species come here, but humans were the last thing they expected at this time. So a lot of the Ocaloids were flabbergasted. Not King Ecula, though. He has instantly grown fond of the humans and is curious why or how they came here or come. Anyway, human adult humor beside, thanks to Sevton, he is able to communicate with humans. Cool. Aaron Matthias. Yeah, okay. Age 48, gender male, species human, status dead while corrupted. She was getting a bad headache. Headache. Get a head. Bad headache, so a few paramedics in the facility rushed her to an infirmary. Dang it! To help her. As the paramedics were searching the medicine cabinet, they failed to notice Seth stumbling into the room with her. She screamed for help, but by the time the paramedics came back, they already found with her skull all scrunched up and her face teared a gaping hole on the side of her face, dripping a corrupted ooze. Great. Kyle Manor, I think. Age 45, gender male, species human, status dead. He was found trying to burgle into the facility. While successful, he found a gun and changed plans. He decided to threaten the workers and staff. Luckily, someone rushed in with a wooden baseball bat and caved his head in. He caved his head in, knocking Kyle to the floor and relentlessly pounding the bat onto him, breaking off some parts and leaving his head in 6 pieces. We decided to just put his remains in a cylinder container full of water. Great. Becky Harris, age 14, gender female, species human, and status dead while alive while corrupted. Her last coherent words were, "My head hurts." She's not really doing so well. Asperus, I think, age 77, gender male, species Ocaloid, and status dead. Asperus, I can't speak. Asperus was the Ocaloid's previous leader. There were no day or even hour where he hasn't abused or taken advantage of his power, up until he was dethroned and executed. His head was put on a pike in public for other Ocaloids to see and know how bad a leader can possibly be. Also, yes, Ocaloids bleed blue. Blood. Cool. And time for melodies. Alright. This is a female Ocaloid. Cool. What the heck are you? You look like the EMP from Plants vs. Zombies 2. Cool. Oh, here's Neaster. He's not without a shotgun, but he's still alive. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. I like the chiptune sound. Well, alone. Because, well, yeah, it doesn't really sound so well with the others. Yeah. Oh, this doesn't actually sound so bad. Wait, hold on. Oh, this is not actually that bad. Hold on. I think we're getting somewhere. Hold on, I think we're getting somewhere. Hold on. I think we're slowly getting somewhere with the beats. Yeah, I think this is not so bad. Yeah, look at this. This is not so bad. Yeah, this is not so bad. What the heck? I can't hear you. Oh, that's creepy. Never mind, now it doesn't. Anyway, let's get to the lore. Melody 1. Lena, I think, age 19, gender female, species Ocaloid, status alive. Lena was King Ecula's daughter. She doesn't usually talk much, but it was no secret she was actually intrigued about the humans. Unfortunately, she doesn't understand human English, as she feels bad about it. Luckily, she can go to Sebden for help with that. Oh, and also all the female Ocaloids have purple eyes and shorter horns. It's not just her. Cool. King Ecula's daughter. Cool. Spark, age 2, of course, gender none, species Zeta puppy, I guess. Status alive. When the humans first went into the dimension, they were immediately greeted by the little guy licking and sniffing each of them as cute as it is. As cute as it is, and so it does actually sometimes do that to be affectionate. It was also to suss out malicious behavior. Spark found the humans clear and was happy to see them. Spark is a Zeta puppy, a species that willingly became the Ocaloid's pets. They all come in different colors, as Spark was just happens to be the Ocaloid's symbiotic color, orange. This how he isn't just identifiable by his owner Tarsh. Zeta puppies are basically just the Ocaloid's dogs, but they make boop noises instead of barking. Still cute nonetheless. That's pretty cool. Neaster, age 24, gender male, species human, status alive. After killing Patrick and leaving, he drops his shotgun on the way out and tries to look around for any signs of where he is. Eventually, he finds that he's actually 4 miles from home. With no other way to travel, he had to walk all the way back home. When they finally got home, obviously Lilac and the kids were worried sick about him, wondering why he just suddenly disappeared one night, but at least he's finally back and things are chill. Up until Lilac points out a twitching man covering black goop out of the window. Oh no. Uh-oh, that's pretty bad. Hopefully they survived for that. Named Tarsh, age 56, gender male. Species Octaloid. I'm just gonna keep switching between the two because I can't go with a Pacific line. Anyway, status alive. Not only the Ocaloids or Octaloids royal guard, but also King Ecula's right-hand man. He's been with him even while Aparis, I guess, was getting executed. Now he sits at the few main entrances guarding the area with his pet Zeta puppy named Spark. He was watching as the humans arrived through the portal, letting Spark do his usual thing to clear suspicion. Tarsh lets the humans follow him, and he leads them to the land, while also getting towards King Ecula to speak about the humans. Tarsh had no idea what humans were, but he didn't mind learning about them. And Melody 5, Autumn Pearline, I guess. Age 34, gender female, species human, status dead, well corrupted. Autumn was a goth worker in the facility who was trusted to watch the containment cells that had the corrupted victims inside and ring the bell if something goes wrong. One corrupted victim managed to break the door open. Seeing this, Autumn tried to ring the bell as loud as she can, but everyone was asleep. 4 people heard the bell and rushed over to try and help, but it was too late. All the corrupteds are free, and Autumn was turned into one. The 4 that discovered this woke everyone up for an emergency, and people began dealing with the outbreak, managing to contain a third of what was originally contained, with the others were just shot to death, including Autumn. Alright, cool. Time for the voices. Sounds pretty good. Time for you again. Are you gonna break my ears like you did last time? Yep. Great. This guy. Yeah, I guess it sounds pretty good. Ow. Do you sound like... You sound depressed. I mean, I can see it. You don't really look so well. Ah, yes. A heartbeat. Great. Just what we need, am I right? Anyway, time to go to voices. Sevten, age... 17? 17. Sevten, age 43, gender male, status Ocaloid or Octaloid, status alive. Sevten has been studying humans and the way they speak. He even went as far as studying their most popular language like Spanish and English. While some Ocaloids called him a nerd, a weirdo, and a freak for it, it did come in handy when the humans came out of that portal. He was able to work as their translator and learned they were in a particular group under the life-threatening situation in the universe they came from. Nope, I skipped over. Peter Thrill. Oh, you are related to the Thrills. Great. Okay, age 40, gender male, species human, presumed dead. No one heard his screams. Nobody noticed he was still trapped in the room. He had no loved ones to help either, since his son was shot and his wife was taken to prison for life. He was starved and decayed in that room. Patrick locked him in for a long time. Eventually, he gave up screaming for help and sat there waiting for his sweet release that he's close to. Tarsh, age 200 and Zarish. I just noticed I called it Tarsh when it was Zarsh. Zarish, I guess. Age 210, and gender male, species Ocoloid, and status dead. Zarsh, I'm just gonna call it Zarsh because what am I supposed to call it? Wait, was I recording? Okay, just in case if I wasn't recording for a while, I just read Zarsh's, which is fine, and Peter's and Sevton's. I don't know if I was recording for that long. I was just reading Samantha's, so I'll restate Samantha again. Age 47, gender female, species human, status dead. After being sent to the Polo Police Department, PPD for short, for a crime she wasn't framed for and never committed, she lives in a whole new life in prison. 8 days later, before nighttime, she got shanked twice in the gut by a fellow inmate who had gone crazy. She later dies of blood loss in her sleep. Pretty sick. Alright, anyway, I think that's all them for that, just in case if anything went wrong. Name, age, and gender unknown. Species corrupted humanoid. Status alive. While the humans were traveling to another dimension for help, the corrupted liquid has slowly began to refence from previous victims. It begins creating a whole new creature purely made out of the corrupted liquid itself, without any need of a human host. One touch from this thing will corrupt people, and it's twice as faster than a human person can run. Its only weakness are that it's completely deaf, so it is to rely on line of sight. And also it makes a loud detectable heartbeat noise, so hearing his heart beating in the distance means you should probably hide somewhere and wait until you can't hear it anymore. Alright, cool, I guess we're doing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20, 18, 17, 16, 15. Okay, shut. Okay. Aftermath. After the Ocoloids agreed to help the humans fight against the corrupted, they traveled back to the facility, which is by nobody's surprise dusty and thrashed from the corrupted people roaming around. One worker who was alive has the keys to the facility's armory, and everyone is able to stock up and kill these things. Not just in the facility too, but humans in a lot of other places are prepared to gear up and fight against the corrupted in hopes of surviving and protecting their families. With an army controlled by the corrupted fluid versus survivors, that be a tough fight. A massive brawl is about to happen. See you in Corruptbox 3 Infected War. Alright, that's everything. Alright, final thoughts on Corruptbox 2 Redirection. This is, it's not bad. Of course the music could have been better, and of course it's loud as heck, but I mean, it's not too bad. The music is a little better, not a lot, but a little better. Yeah, that's kind of it. And, on to Corruptbox version 3. Alright, we got Corruptbox 3 Infected War, the last of the saga. Disclaimer, do not report this disclosure, click on stated no, Corruptbox 3 Infected War is going to be the last chapter of Corruptbox. All I plan to do here is wrap everything up at the end of the series strongly, so there's no such thing as the official Corruptbox 4. Thank you for enjoying. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 polos. Oh boy. And I can tell we have more than 20 selections. We have 24. We also have lore, so yeah, that's great. So let's get started. Hopefully this isn't too loud. Alright, I think it's good. He's got the double guns! Very intense, I will admit. Oh boy. Yeah, this is definitely pretty loud, but I mean, it's not that bad. It's a lot more quieter, but not too quiet. Oh, who am I kidding? It's totally loud. Alright, let's get this lore done. Max Parsley, I guess, age 36, gender male, species human. He got corrupted, slipped, and cracked his face open, making a gaping hole, and then got up and started stumbling around. He was found standing there, watching Nietzsche's family through a window before walking off and ignoring them. Okay, so he was the one who just looked at them. He was just like, "Oh, hey guys, what you doing? What you doing there, pal? You got some popcorn? I'd love to have some." Anyway, his presence was enough to warn the whole family about the dangers in the area. Later, corrupted Max encounters Nietzsche's family again and ends up taking 2 buckshots to the torso, what was left of his face, before dying to his wounds on the ground. Cool. Clicker, age formed a day ago. No, gender none, species corrupted creature. I'm sorry, I'm just tired. Clicker is one of the creations made entirely out of the corrupted fluid without needing a human host. While stuck to the ground and not aggressive, the moment it sees you in its radius, it will blink and make a loud clicking sound that alerts a huge horde of corrupted life of your presence in a radius of 20 miles. Okay, 20 miles is a little bit excessive, but okay. Luckily, Clicker is easy to kill, as proven by how it was sniped by Lilac. The facility workers and staff decided to give the corrupted creatures mainly purely of the liquid their own names to identify them. They named this one Clicker because of the clicking sound it makes when alerted. Cool. Christian, here we go. Age 16, gender male, species human. While everyone was geared up, Christian was troubled. He didn't have an arm, so how could he defend himself? Luckily, Dane thought of that too. He installed a robot arm. Even if Dane had to cut off the rest of his arm and to actually attach the robot one of his arm to actually attach the robot arm, Dane even gave him a metal pipe to try out his new arm. It felt tingly at first, but after some time, Christian got used to it. He has 2 arms again, and now he can easily go on a whacking spree. Nice. Always love the good old metal pipe to give him a good old 1-2. Speaking of Dane, it's Dane Laven again. Again, age 29, gender male, species human. The corrupted fluid situation has toughened him a lot. Even as the new facility's new owner, now he is colder than before, and despite how generous he was when the drop of corrupted liquid touched Christian, that's it. That's the last time he saved someone from being corrupted, and now he sees the liquid touch someone, that someone will be shot dead with no hesitation. He takes his leadership of the facility seriously and will do anything he can for human survival. But if anyone is injured and not corrupted, he doesn't mind helping them by giving them prosthetics and broken body parts. Cool. So he's like the main good guy in this. Like, he will be rough and tough and like hurt anyone bad, but if someone is just injured and just not corrupted, he doesn't mind helping them out, which is good. Lyle Harvin, and I guess age 40, gender male, species human. Failed test after failed test after failed test. Nothing was working, and it mostly because corrupted Lyle refused to keep still through all these experiments. Eventually, the workers began getting fed up with him and found no point in experimenting for a cure if their subject was going to be like this. So they decided to just give up and let him drown in a containment tank full of water. Staff in hazmat suits picked him up and put him in one, and he just kept banging. Eventually, the banging stopped, and he's finally killed off. Huh. Beat 6. We tried our best to save him. It isn't his fault this happened. Sorry, Joel. Dane leaving. Joel Harper, age 46, 43, gender male, species human. Now dead. Pretty sad. So, yeah, let's go on to the effects. Oh, this is gonna be great. Well, let's add some friends to it. Hey, 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 hey! Oh, everybody's pissed off in this one. Let's get it. Ow! Okay, stop. Okay, stop. Just stop. Seriously, just stop. It to literally be that loud? Okay, cool. Oh, we got some sirens. Oh, that's cool. Putting everything on. Oh. Well, we can tell the Alkaloids can't get corrupted. I got this thing. What the heck is this? Yeah, this is very loud. Not that bad. I have mine turned down a little bit, and yours is probably turned down too, so... Oh yeah, sorry if I sound a little quieter, because I just feel tired. But that doesn't matter, we gotta continue with the melodies. It's always nice to add a beat. Is that a puppy thing again? And this is the thing from Express. I need to play Express! Yeah, it sounds pretty mid. We got Tarsh. We got Lilac. Why are all guitars here not really great? Like, all the guitars and other mods are good and, like, very good, and this we got this. Look, I know you're trying to make it, like... I know you're trying to make it, very, like, intense and all that kind of stuff, but you don't... I spit on my microphone. You don't really need an intense guitar in this. You just need, like, one ongoing noise. That's what, like, Lilacs is in Orneo. It's just, like, four melodies. Wait. It's, like, 8 melodies. These. And they're very fast and quick anyway. It's just... or something like that. I'm sorry. But you get the point. Wait, so, yeah, let's continue. Great, we got a music box. Well, we know how it turned out for Timmy. You can tell it came out so bad that his legs are not even there. His legs are not even there. That's how bad it went. You know what I'm saying? Right, let's just put all of them. This is what we do for content! I just realized I didn't even read the effects. I was gone for a quick second. Chuck Cheryl, I guess. Age 32, gender male, species human. Chuck Cheryl went to the facility because he wanted to visit his friend who works there. Chuck found the facility, but eerily there was nobody at the front preventing him. Having a bad feeling about this, spacebar, he runs into the facility to check on his friend. Sorry, my fault right there. I was burping. He runs into the facility to check on the friend he wanted to visit and check if he's alright. Chuck is worried sick. The moment he finally found some workers in the facility, he is told to stay exactly where he is. Suddenly, someone corrupted appeared out of nowhere and lunged at him, scaring him off. He got chased into a closet where there was nowhere left to run. We tried to lock the door, but the corrupted person burst through it, and in the process, knocking a light bulb from the ceiling into Chuck's head. So Chuck got both corrupted and has a broken light bulb constantly electrocuting his head. Later on, Dane encounters him and shoots him in the head, right in front of the man Chuck was originally friends with. Oh, man. King Ecula, 55, 56, age male, gender male, species Ocaloid, or Octoloid, whatever. After meeting the humans and understanding their situation, King Ecula has agreed to help fight with the humans, and even bring some Ocaloid. Even brought some Ocaloids to help too. It may not be an easy mission, but meeting humans like this is rare for a regular Ocaloid, so helping out a human would feel like an accomplishment. So he grabbed his staff and asked for Ocaloid volunteers. Soon enough, a good handful of Ocaloids, including Tarsh and Oskull, will to help the humans with the corrupted fluid issue. Also, his daughter, Lena, wanted to come too. Ecula said yes, but being concerned for her safety, he said she isn't allowed to fight with them. Only watch. Why would you bring your daughter to a fight and not even let her fight? It would still be dangerous. Whatever. Neaster, age 24. I know I'm off by 2, but I can't age the character backwards after 1 and 2. Cool. Gender male, species human, dead, no. After seeing Max out the window, Neaster knew exactly what was going on. Just from that encounter, he knows the house isn't as safe, so he gives a few things to his family that could be used as weapons, at least, and says the place isn't safe. Lilac and the kids go with what he's doing. Neaster decides to have him and his family go on a search for somewhere safer, well armed with what they currently have. Eventually, they found an abandoned gun store, which is, of course, lying around. With the store clerk dead on the floor, since it's abandoned, Neaster and his family were able to collect whatever in it while being on the lookout for anyone corrupted. So the whole world is every man for himself. They take what they can and find most useful. Neelite grabs a katana, Lilac grabs a sniper, Leicester grabs a pistol, and Neelite grabs a metal bat. Neaster just grabs what he's most used to, a shotgun. This time it's a Spas 12, but he can work with it. They then head out now. Now that they have more defenses and find the exact facility Neaster was in before, under a complete war with the infected. Neaster himself was reluctant to join in them at first, but since Patrick's dead, he figured why not. And this is just basically just like Left 4 Dead 2, but different. Model F88. Age built 2 weeks ago. Gender, species, inanimate object. Just a siren that sets off at the facility whenever there is a breach or an institution. Nowadays, the facility's main building is used as a hideout, and the siren is used when a corrupted victim is found stumbling around. Name Oskull, age 34, gender male, species Ocaloid, dead, yes. Yes, one of the Ocaloids that wanted to help the humans with their problems. He found how easily a corrupted being can be killed and thought the mission would be easy and didn't have to worry. He was calm and laid back while fighting them, until a tall, fast, corrupted monster snatched him, corrupted him, and ripped off a horn. Corrupted Ocaloids are real first, but that doesn't mean anyone hesitated to take care of Oskull. He's later bashed to death by Christian. Cool. Parasite. Age made 4 days ago, gender none, species corrupted creature. This one was challenging to kill. It's fast, twitchy, and aggressive. It's always trying to attack someone, nobody could ever hit it. Later, this thing was found having a fellow worker, Joel, wrapped around this corrupted liquid and hung up from the ceiling, trying to devour him whole. For the most part, it was succeeding, leaving everything but Joel's neck, nothing but gooey, corrupted mush that's hanging from the ceiling. It was distracted with its feast, so the workers was able to quickly gun it down before it causes any further damage. It's already done enough to Joel. So this is the thing that was eating Joel. Ugh. I don't even want to know how you did that. Anyway, Lena, age 19, gender female, species Ocaloid. Lena wanted to fight with the humans too, but being concerned for her safety, her father, King Ekula, didn't let her join the war. However, he did allow her to go into the human world, just in safe places and behind everyone who's battling the corrupted. While she did grow interest in a few humans, sometimes watching them when no one's looking, she unfortunately still is not able to understand them she wishes to, but she has to go to Sefton, who is back in the Okaloid dimension. Spark, age 2, gender none, species Zeta puppy. When the Okaloids went out to help the humans, Spark went on with Tarsh on his way there. And Tarsh gave him these earmuffs to drown out the loud gunfire. They work, and Spark was able to just chill behind Tarsh as Tarsh fights the infected. The corrupted, whatever. Or a happy face. Also, the reason this works is because Zeta puppies like Spark have tiny little ears beneath the layer of their skin on each side, hearing everything through the skin protecting them. These earmuffs are able to be a big help for Spark, as he is sensitive to sounds that are too loud, such as gunfire and shouting. Oh, and also, Zeta puppies aren't affected by the corrupted liquid, but Tarsh is told not to splash around in it since it's a real pain to clean off. Yeah, I would think it would be corrupt. It would be hard. Lock E, I guess. Dead, yes. It's age 302, gender male, species human. While searching for resources, Dane and a few other workers found this abandoned train slightly covered in this corrupted liquid. While reluctant, they checked out the train if any loot or anything useful. They found Lock E, I guess, who is corrupted and ends up biting and corrupting one of the workers. Dane and the others immediately opened fire on Locky and the worker he bit. They soon left the train because there was nothing they didn't want to risk another worker. So are they exploring the whole town or something like that? Because I don't think there would be an abandoned train in the facility. So I would think that they're just exploring the town. I think that's what they're doing. That's just my guess, at least, because I don't think an abandoned train would just be inside the lab facility thing. I think they would just be more spread out. Name Tarsh, age 56, gender male, species Okaloid, dead, no. Oh, Tarsh agrees to help the humans with the other Okaloids fighting and runs out of the portal with his spear, prepared to go wild while Spark is on top of his head. After giving Spark a pair of earmuffs. After a moment, he sets Spark down with him and fall behind him to avoid getting hurt. Spark does follow him a few times, and other times he at least sits somewhere in the background while Tarsh is able to see him. Luckily, in mostly gray and neutral-colored environment, he can spot Spark, who is bright orange, very easily. While everyone else uses ranged weapons also against the corrupted, even King Ekula firing a laser beam from his staff, Tarsh commonly just runs in with his spear and stabs his corrupted enemies in the head, being careful not to get any of the liquid on him. Luckily, Tarsh has armor and a metal mask to keep him for protection. Nice. Lilac, age 44, gender female, species human, dead, no. While Neester was gone, Lilac was anxious. She doesn't know how or why he just suddenly left like that. Lilac offered to go out and look for him, but concerning for Lilac's safety, Lilac told them not to, as she doesn't want them to go missing like Neester did. Luckily, Neester came back, but it was cut short after they were made aware they had to go. After Lilac and the rest got their weapons from the abandoned store, the family traveled in a small little line, while Neester being in front, the kids being in the middle, and Lilac behind them. Yeah, great punctuation, as she uses a sniper to pick off potential threats ahead. Just like Neester, Neelac is trying so hard to keep their family safe, as there were a few close calls with Neelac. For the most part, the family survived the whole way through. Nice. Timmy. Dead, yes. As age 12, gender male, species human. And Timmy was found by a worker being surrounded by puddles of corrupted liquid. The worker tries to help him by clearing out some puddles and helping him step in the right places without getting corrupted. It worked so well that he was almost to safety until Timmy accidentally tripped and landed on his side on a puddle of liquid. Seeing this makes the worker shed a tear. He knows what he must do be done, but he doesn't have the strength to kill a kid, even if he's corrupted. Timmy got up and began twitching. The worker closed his eyes and looked away, aimed the gun at the child, and... yeah. After finally mercy killing the kid, the worker requested his name never be mentioned in these documents under pure guilt about having to kill a child. Yeah, I would see his point, because, I mean, who would like their name to be under this kind of stuff? Who would? Unless they were insane or something like that. Anyway, let's get the voices done. Yep, this explains everything, am I right? You sound a little more quieter than the others. Oh, who are you? You're in bright red. Sure talk fast, am I right? This is the guy that we saw earlier. Alright. You okay, bud? You don't really look so well. Then again, you look like you're purely made out of corrupted liquid again. Okay, this is not so bad. Yeah, this is fine. He's speaking fast. Want to keep friends and family alive. I mean, I'm making a pretty good beat, not gonna lie. This is honestly not bad. I mean, it could be better, but I mean, it's definitely an improvement, to say the least. Let's go to, Matthew Gritz. Age 43, gender male. Daryl, species human, dead, yes. A few weeks later, after being corrupted, Matthew Gritz broke out of his cell that is conscious as to be locked in. He roams around and acts aggressively while loudly shouting these weird noises. Neester's family encounters him, and Neester was going to blow his brains out, but nope, I said that wrong. But Neelak wanted to kill too. So Neelak pulled out the katana they got from that weapon store and chopped his head off. Neester was so proud. Nice. Sally Rev, age 31, gender female, species human, status dead. Being locked in the containment cell for so long not only prevents aggressive problems, but also prevents any interruptions for the corrupted fluid to dissolve her faster, starting from where she touched by the fluid and working its way all over. Later, she finally dies after half of her brain is consumed by the liquid, and she collapses right there in the middle of her containment cell. Okay. Luke, oh, this is a self-insert, because the original creator of this mod, yeah, his name was Luke. Luke, I don't remember what it was. Yeah, aka Luke Will for Corruptbox. So, yeah. Oh, hey, it's me, I guess. I don't need Neester for my own backstory. Oh, anyways, I saw on the news about the corrupted outbreak and stocked up, arming myself with an Uzi I was originally just going to use for home defense. Until I fell down the stairs and fractured my jaw. Of course you did. I was left there screaming and crying in pain. Luckily, a man named Dane Levin rushed to help me and gave me a prosthetic jaw device. It's detachable in case I need to eat or drink something, and it helps me speak more fluently. Then, well, when I had the jaw fractured, it even has a cool voice filter to it. Okay, so, yeah, I would think people would be confused by this. But with Lucky, it explains that Dane and the other workers that were with him are moving around town. So it makes sense that he would just barge into random people's houses and help them out if they're injured. So when I think about it, yeah, it makes sense why he just randomly came in here. Because I was thinking, why is he in? How did he go to your house? Oh, so then I was like, wait a minute. Dane is traveling around. It makes sense now that he's going to random people's houses and heard Dane screaming and crying in pain. Let's continue with voice 4, Jeffrey Rammer, I guess. Age 46, gender male, species human, dead, no. Jeffrey was a worker at the facility, even staying with the facility's community, even through the corrupted outbreak. That kind of changed when he witnessed a best friend got corrupted and shot. That scared him a lot, and he started screaming. People looked at him concerned. Jeffrey was later put in a straitjacket and kept away since he kept shaking, heavily breathing and screaming. Workers began getting distracted by his screaming, so tape was also put on his mouth. Not like he really speaks, it's mostly just screaming. In fact, the only content word he can utter is Chuck. He was the friend. Jeffrey was a friend of Chuck. Tall man, age unknown, gender none, species corrupted humanoid, dead, yes, good. Even if it's the only one being made purely out of corrupted juice anymore, or it's still deadly. It runs like hell, and despite being death, the moment it sees you, it can catch on memory on where you were last. Luckily, this thing was distracted by school, so people took the chance to open fire to it. King Ekula managed to make short work of this thing by shooting a beam at it with his staff. This tall freak may be dead, but that doesn't mean everyone's safe. Now that they have an entirely different beast with nearly the same height. The Juggernaut. Age 6 weeks ago, gender none, species corrupted monster. Dead, yes, thankfully. Nobody knows where this thing came from, but it's somehow worse than Tall Man. Not only can it hear and see very clearly, it is also incredibly resistant. Bullets and shotgun shells do not phase it, and it's hard to overwhelm. It just came in and began wreaking havoc. It just effortlessly throws around workers, corrupts them, and some don't even get corrupted, they just die. This thing is a whole riot on its own, and it doesn't help that the survivors keep mostly being occupied with hordes of the corrupted humans. It's really incredible how things can get out of hand that quickly. One worker had a plan to fill a building with explosives and lead this thing into it, but that is the same worker who was deemed many times as the least sane worker in the facility. So everyone was unsurprisingly reluctant on the idea. But there's no better option. Dane just said, screw it, why not? It's the only hope we have anyway. Alright, let's do these. Let's do these bonuses. People should really turn down their recordings after all. 10, 11. Okay. Alright. Photographs. More reading. Great. Right, photograph 1. While Patrick was still alive, he kept telling all the workers not to enter one specific room, which is closed with a metal blast door. Now that he's gone, Dane and Christian both began getting a bit curious on why Patrick was so insistent on keeping this room from anyone. They think based on Patrick's actions while he was alive, whenever he's keeping in here can't be the worst thing, right? Right? So they open up and investigate. The room smelled awful, and Dane had to go get a flashlight just to see in here. They find these decaying, lifeless skeletons sitting in the room. They find the skeleton also has a wallet. So Dane and Christian check the ideas, and that's in the wall. And what's that in the wallet? Turns out it's Peter Thrill, a worker that has gone missing for a long time. Jane checks his pulse. He's gone. He had a long and painful death. Oh, man. Photograph 2. So Chuck and Jeffrey were two best friends. This is the last selfie they took before everything went downhill. Jeffrey had to learn that the hard way that makes being a facility worker isn't as cool as it sounded. That time Chuck's friend and checked on him, Chuck was attacked and killed, leaving Jeffrey in a permanent mental damage state. Sorry, bud. Photograph 3. 6 years before the corrupted fluid even existed, Patrick was arrested once. Of course, the guy that was his right-hand man at the time, Anthony, bailed him out. This was Patrick's mugshot in the past. Huh. Photograph 4. Hey, this isn't so bad. These guys are actually easy to kill. Axel's last words. Yeah, bud, you're not surviving that long. Ending unlocked. Ending. After finishing off the remaining hordes of the corrupted victims that were occupying them, the workers decided to try out the building explosion idea for Juggernaut, who, at least by the looks of it, is the last remaining threat from the corrupted liquid. They sent Christian to scout out for the buildings, and in under 4 minutes, Christian finds a shack. So the workers carry barrels of flammable gasoline, as well as propane tanks, oil cans, and dynamite. Don't ask why they had dynamite. I don't think we need to know anyway. They throw one end of the rope in the shack and hold up the other 50 meters away from it. So Dane shoots at Juggernaut to get its attention. And then holds up 50 meters away from it. So Dane shoots at Juggernaut to get its attention. He does it and runs after him. So Dane quickly runs into the shack of explosives. Wait until the beast is right behind him and turns around and runs out and locks the door. After Dane runs out and the others, he grabs a lighter and watches the rope turn into the trail of fire leading towards the shack of explosives that Juggernaut is trapped in. A big, loud explosion happens as the large, corrupted monster is finally dead. With the biggest threat from the corrupted fluid god, they take out any remaining corrupted beings and relieve themselves from all the stress. For celebration, they decide to take Patrick's corpse from the attic, which nobody knows why they just kept it there, and tied it to a wooden pole with a rope attached. Dane decides to toss the lighter to Neaster, who has originally killed Patrick, and let him light up the corpse and truly end this all. Oh, we got a cutscene. Ah, yes. A truly pronounced victory.
Well, guys, we did it.
Nice. Another job well done, am I right? And we even got credits. Inspired by Orneo. Didn't know that. This is nice. Played and supported at least one of the first 2 mods on video on YouTube. Oh, really? Nice. I'm not reading all these credits, but I'll let it go by. Skip it. Oh, so this was the last one. That was the credits. Alright. Alright, final thoughts. Corruptbox was great. It's not bad. I mean, the biggest issues were that the music wasn't all that great, and it was extremely loud. But, with all that said, I mean, the lore was great. The poses are great. I like the designs. The animation is not that bad. But, I mean, it looks very much like a passion project anyway, so it's, I'm not gonna complain about it anyway. And it's just fine. It's good. I'll make sure to leave a link to all these mods that I just played so you can enjoy the mods as well for yourself. But fair warning, I recommend you turn your headphones down, because this is loud. Anyway, like I said in the beginning, if I did, because I can't remember correctly, please be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you can always be notified whenever I upload videos. You can also comment down below if you have any Corruptbox mods that you want me to do, because there's a ton of them. Yeah, that's kind of it. My name is Mark, and I'm signing off.